Self-care isn't just about treating yourself. It's about showing up for yourself today by taking small action steps to build a better future. And today we're going to be talking through our number one tip for financial self-care, and that's creating sinking funds.
A sinking fund is when you intentionally put away money each month to help pay for upcoming expenses and goals. Unlike an emergency fund, which is meant for unexpected costs and expenses, a sinking fund is meant to plan for those bigger expenses that you have coming up, possibly a vacation, scheduled car maintenance, or possibly the holiday season. Sinking funds are a great way to practice financial self-care. We're putting away a little bit of money each month for our future selves. Those small monthly savings are going to help you achieve those big financial goals. You can open up multiple different savings accounts to match your different savings goals. So for example, if you're planning a trip to Jamaica, you can create a savings account for that. Or if you're planning your holiday season budget, you can create a savings account for that as well. If you want to open up one of these savings accounts, feel free to visit any of our branches or go to CCCU.com.
How does a sinking fund work? We've got you covered. There's just a few steps that we have to walk through to start setting our savings aside. First, we have to make sure we know what dollar amount we're saving. Maybe we need $1,000 that we're saving up for the next holiday season, so that's our savings goal. Second piece that we have to figure out is our time horizon. So when are we going to need these things by? Is it 6 months, 12 months? What does that look like? Now that we have those two factors, we have to do a little bit of math, but don't worry, it's nothing too crazy. We're gonna take our savings goal, so our dollar amount, and we're gonna divide it by our amount of time. So maybe we're saving $1,000 for the holiday season, and we need that in 12 months for the next holiday season. So we're gonna take 1,000, divide it by 12, and that's going to leave us with 83.3. Now I like to round up just to keep it simple, so every month we're going to set aside $84, and when we do that, in 12 months, we're going to have $1,000 set aside by the holiday season, which is going to make that time around much less stressful when we have those funds set aside when we're ready to shop. So I challenge you today, what is that one thing that you're saving for? Maybe it's a really awesome birthday trip, maybe it's a new jacket. Whatever it is, I want you to create your sinking fund and get started today.
Now that we understand how sinking funds work, now comes the hard part, making sure that we actually stick to those savings goals that we set for ourselves. When you break down the total costs, set the timeline, and start to contribute regularly to your sinking fund, these small amounts are going to start to add up. It may not seem like much at first, but before you know it, you are going to hit that savings goal. As you set this goal, think about any barriers you might run into while you're planning. Then you're going to want to create a plan to get around those barriers. For an example, maybe you're an impulse spender. We've all been there before. A plan that you can use to get around this barrier could possibly be doing curbside pickup. So instead of actually walking through the store and getting tempted by those impulse items, you're able to sit in your car, get those items brought to you, and you stick within your budget. Once you understand your barriers and have a plan in place, you are much more likely to achieve your financial goals. Remember, your financial security is not going to happen overnight. This takes a long time. So it's important to stick with it and continue to work towards that goal. Now that you know how a sinking fund works and the impact that it can have on your finances, I challenge you to start saving today. Comment down below what you're currently saving towards.
Thanks for tuning in to City & County's video all about sinking funds. Make sure that you follow along on all the socials for more tips and tricks.